Okay, so they know all the development stages and everything that a little child from birth all the way up to...
No, they gotta die and they gotta
needs to know.
They're that dirty.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Doherty's Appliance Sales and Service.
Hi, Tom B. and Scotty B. here from Doherty Appliance. Did you know Doherty's was the only locally owned GE appliance sales and service dealer in our region? Yep, we carry GE's full line of appliances and service what we sell. We have most models in stock in your favorite color and design. With all the models GE has to offer and great prices, you can't go wrong. We can keep your order in our huge warehouse till your project is all finished. Doherty Appliance Sales and Service, Duluth and Cloquet.
Welcome to Marshall Law, M&A. Got it covered.
Welcome back, and some showers moving into the area right now. Some thunderstorms, including some lightning, up in the Boundary Waters, and that is kind of staying around the Rainy River. It might move slowly northward because we're going to have a stalled-out boundary up here, and so, well, we'll see how those long hold on, but it shouldn't cause too much trouble out there. Observed rainfall, about 500s in Hibbing. Didn't really hit any of the airport sites, so we're not getting too many rain, but you can see up along the Rainy River Boundary Waters getting up to an inch up there. So, and it's kind of going to be the pattern. We're going to get these waves of rain and thunderstorms as we go through the weekend, and we'll take a look at that with our future cast. Going on through the season, got the right idea. Got the thunderstorms near the Rainy River. These showers moving up northward. As we go in throughout the evening, these showers are going to continue. As we go into the overnight hours, showers, scattered thunderstorms going to be the word of the day, basically, as this rain band kind of moves up into our area. We might have a bit of a clearing around the noon hour and into the afternoon, but if there is a clearing, that also means we see any peaks of sunshine where it's going to spark off more showers and thunderstorms. And we see that with this other band coming up from the south and moving in northward as well. And that's going to be kind of the pattern going into Sunday, as well as these basically showers and thunderstorm bands keep rotating up, and that's because we have this little bit of a upper level low that's kind of sitting over South Dakota, North Dakota, Fargo area, and that's just really sitting there.
That's what them dumbasses thought. I know, the M&A, they thought they could pick up the core. Pretty obvious, you can't win. No, ain't that right, M&A? We're going to fuck you up, that's why.
To start getting rid of that pattern. The good news is that
as we fuck you up so bad,
Monday,
you won't know what the fuck happened.
Less and less frequent. So even though the clouds
it's only a matter of time, M&A. It's only a matter of time.
It shouldn't be a total washout. Looking at the almanac today, high 72.
Because you deserve it. You earned it.
A little bit warmer than average, but that's not to be expected with the clouds and the southerly flow. And for tonight, low temperatures, showers. Early in the morning, as we talked about, lows around 50, upper 50s, around 60. And tomorrow, we're basically the same temperature. Highs around 60, 65 degrees, winds out of the east at 5 to 15 miles an hour, and cloudy with rain showers, as we talked about. 7-day Fox 21 forecast, as we talked about. Showers continuing into Monday.
Well, good luck, M&A. Wow. We all want to see how this goes for you.
Holding steady in the 60s, and then finally we might start to clear out by the middle towards the end of the work week as that upper level pattern starts to shift.
All right, quite the fall forecast. Thanks, James. Meanwhile, the life of a farmer can be rough even when things are seemingly going well. And the situation at hand can get really bad really fast. That's what happened to a dairy farmer in Carlton County. The company he's been selling his milk to has canceled its agreement to buy their product. Pat Brink explains.
Oh, man. There are 28 cows being milked at the Siltonen farm. It's been that way since 1907 when grandfather Siltonen was bringing his cow's milk to the creamery by horse and wagon.
Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, milk the cows,
right.
and
Thanks, Cleve.
5 o'clock in the evening, milk the cows. And,
no problem.
You know, you're happy with it.
Until 1 month ago, the milk being produced here was transported to the Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. The milk would be picked up every 3 days. That was until the farm received a letter from the co-op stating it would no longer take the Siltonen.
No, I know, they could have job security all they want. Good.
A month ago,
we could have started killing
Dairy said
one of the benefits of martial law.
Because of certain
Another one of the benefits.
And they would not work out the issues with us.
The letter stated the bacteria level in their milk was too high, that there had been dirt in the milk, and that the co-op had to dump 3 loads of milk from the area because it was bad. With no one willing to come to the farm and pick up their milk, They only have one choice. They milk the cows, and then they have to dump it.
I don't know what else to do. You know, we got no income. This is our livelihood, you know. You got to buy groceries. You got electric bills coming due, and taxes are due, and...
Oh, that's up to them. If they want to stay in the M&A for job security, then we'll kill them. It won't take long at all.
But so far,
only about a year and a half off.
They've contacted state
They're that
officials,
dirty.
dairy associations, and their neighbors. But
Yeah,
so
they
far,
are.
only their neighbors
Don't
have
even
called
be a
them
fucking
in Kettle River.
Most of
I'm
the retarded
Pat
fucking
Burton,
thing
Fox 21.
anyone's
Local
ever
news.
fucking seen or heard of.
And the owner of the farm
that
tells
dirty.
us the milk concerns brought up by the dairy company have been rectified. Fox 21 reached out to Burnett Dairy for comment, but have not heard back as of now. Coming up next here in sports, a former Vikings returns to the team to hang up his cleats. Plus, the UMD men's hockey team promotes a longtime volunteer assistant. Neil Bierza is in next with sports.
Duluth Pack is handcrafted for every lifestyle.
That sounds good to everyone. I know.
In store at 365.
They're the ones who picked the fight with the core. The M&A did. That's on them.
Oh no!
They're the ones who made that decision.
Can you fix this? My whole
Now they're going to deal with the consequences. Yeah, they are.
The next few seconds were
No one should fear martial law more than the M&A.
Thankfully,
and a lot of them. There's a lot of others too.
On London Road.
It's fixed
M&A, you're fucking done. Pretty much. We're going to start killing you.
Fix Techmedics.
This
Right,
was
when
only
martial
a test
laws
of
in
the
effect.
electronics emergency
Back in
broadcast
effect.
system. If this
They're
had been
fucking
your
done.
smartphone or tablet, it would have been an actual emergency.
They gotta die, they
Your
gotta
phone
go.
is your lifeline.
They're that
Bring it
dirty.
to Techmedics on London Road. Stat.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you.
They're the ones who made that decision. They picked the fight with the core. They did.
For 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings.
Because they're retarded.
Local Northland Ford dealers.
That's on them.
We at Les Grumdahl Window and Siding have been serving the Northland for over
Us to the core, we don't pick fights. We finish.
high-quality products for your home.
They gotta die. They gotta go.
Marvin Windows,
Get that to
patio
themselves.
doors, United States
It is what it
steel siding, along with doors, roofing, and seamless gutters.
Nobody fucking
We
writes them
employ
anything.
highly
Nobody does.
skilled installers to ensure your project is done right. So if you need new windows or siding, who are you going to call?
Jurassic Empire's coming for a very short time. See gigantic, lifelike dinosaurs, dinosaur rides, fossil digs, even hug a baby dinosaur at Proctor Fairgrounds this Saturday and Sunday. There are only a few tickets left. Get yours now at JurassicEmpire.com.
When you're able to connect your finances and your gifts of giving and time and talent, it really helps fulfill my desire to be part of a greater good.
When I'm done for the day in the lab at U.S. Steel, I'm usually looking forward to a weekend of fishing, either with my family or with military veterans. Every year, the Fishing with Vets program takes hundreds of veterans fishing, completely free of charge. U.S. Steel encourages us to volunteer in our communities and donates to organizations in those communities as well. I'm proud to work for U.S. Steel, a company that cares about community service. Our veterans deserve it.
He's been a volunteer goaltender coach on the UMD men's hockey team since the 2014 and 2015 season. Now he's being elevated for his efforts over the years. Today, the Bulldogs promoted goaltending coach Brant Nicklin to a paid assistant role. Nicklin is a UMD alum as he played goalie for UMD from 1996 to 2000. After a 4-year pro career, Nicklin would shift to coaching, first being the goalie coach for the UMD team from 2009
of course
to
I know
2015 before he joined
gotta
the
be
men's
Tyler
squad.
West.
He says he's excited for his new role and looks forward to taking on more responsibility.
I've been around it for a while, and to be able to help out and continue to work with this program is a privilege, and it's really exciting for me to continue to be able to do so. So I've got to know this coaching staff and be around this program and the hockey staff, and I'm really excited to be able to continue working with them on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.
Nicklin will be just part-time for this upcoming season. A former Minnesota Viking is officially hanging up his cleats as a member of the Purple and Gold. Tight end Kyle Rudolph was a second-round pick in 2011 and spent 10 years in Minnesota. During that time, Rudolph received 2 Pro Bowl invites and was named a team captain. In a retirement press conference, Rudolph thanked the Wilf family, his teammates and coaches, and explained how football shaped him into the person he is today.
As I step away from the game that I love, I do so with my head held high, knowing that I gave it everything I had. It was never about me, but always the 10 other guys I was on the field with. I look back with gratitude for the lessons the game of football has taught me. Football has shaped me into the man, the husband, the father, and member of this community that I am today.
Rudolph's 48 receiving touchdowns with the Vikings ranks first among tight ends in franchise history. Now, speaking of football, it's another jam-packed edition of Friday Night Frenzy. This evening, we'll have 4 games on tap. That includes a rematch of the Section 7 3A title game from a year ago, as 3-0 Esco takes on 3-0 Pequot Lakes. Then a big rivalry game as Duluth-Denfeld battles Duluth East. Hunters enter that one at 3-0. Then it's a pair of 2-win teams clashing in Hermantown as the Hawks battle the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids. Lastly, we'll have Cloquet meeting up with Rockridge. Make sure to tune in this evening beginning around 9:30. And here's just hoping that I don't come back as a wet dog as I've been looking outside. So hopefully it's a dry night of football, but we'll see. I'm sure the folks in Fargo will tell about us.
No, I know Denfeld. Well, it does. Practically donated that school. That's why it's still called Denfeld. But they were trying to protest that back in the day, too. Told them no. He privately donated this school, but it still be called Denfeld. It should be called Eidenfeld by now. Like Eiden, but beyond 2 souls.
Jeep Adventure Days.
Called Eiden.
Dodge Jeep. New Renegade Compass
One of the best video games ever made. Called Beyond 2 souls.
1.9%. Your new best friend in the car business, Duluth Dodge Jeep. Duluth Dodge, Minnesota.com.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this.
So let him win then, Bill. Throw the game. Throw the game, man. Let him win.
Work, bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Work. Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
It's time to celebrate with the Bad River Lodge and Casino 32nd Anniversary Drawings. Saturday, September 23rd, with drawings from 9 p.m. to midnight. Winner at midnight gets a 2024 Chevy Trax LT, September 23rd, only at Bad River Lodge and Casino.
At Twin Ports Dermatology, we believe everyone deserves access to quality, personal dermatology care. As a local
I already know you're going to win Eidenfeld, so.
Our patients can have their individual
I don't know, either beat their asses or
cosmetic
let them
skin
win.
concerns addressed with the utmost knowledge, skill, and kindness. We are passionate about skin health, and our mission is to help people achieve their most optimal skin. Since our doors opened in 2015, we have been honored to serve our Northland community.
Jurassic Empire's coming for a very short time. See gigantic, lifelike dinosaurs, dinosaur rides, fossil digs, even hug a baby dinosaur at Proctor Fairgrounds this Saturday and Sunday. There are only a few tickets left. Get yours now at JurassicEmpire.com.
After a decade of waiting, America's favorite nightmare.
You gotta be fair. They live out east. You can't help it. No fancy boys.
than ever. Kitchen Nightmares returns Monday, September 25th on Fox.
Yep, just a real quick look at the last forecast before we leave you for this evening till 9 o'clock. Looking at our forecast tomorrow, just getting up to about 70 degrees. Winds will be at the east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour, especially more breezy as you're near the lakefront. Showers in the morning, then cloudiness, and then if we warm up a little bit, might be a chance of some
I don't care who wins,
later
but,
in the evening.
Robotic teams get your asses in
rainy
gear.
weekend, but clearing up into next week.
Okay, there you have it.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for joining us.
I mean it. I mean it. I do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins. I don't. That belt should be called Eidenfeld by now.
Some of the other waitresses wanted me to ask you something.
It's called wrestling. It combines the physical strength of arm wrestling with the mental agility of Tetris into the ultimate sport.
Yeah, that's terrific. But what they wanted me to ask you is to cut it the hell out. All right, come on, guys. Come on. Happy birthday to you.
We might as well stop. It's a stalemate. You're beating me in Tetris, but you've got the upper body strength of a Keebler elf. Keebler elf? I go to Keebler elf right here. Okay, it's a stalemate.
So, Leonard, will we be seeing you on Saturday for your free birthday cheesecake?
He can't eat cheesecake. He's lactose intolerant.
Okay, he can have carrot cake.
What about the cream cheese frosting?
He can scrape it off.
Forget about the cake. How did you know that my birthday's Saturday?
I did your horoscope. Remember, I was going to do everybody's until Sheldon went on one of his typical psychotic rants.
For the record, that psychotic rant was a concise summation of the research of Bertram Forer, who in 1948 proved conclusively through meticulously designed experiments that astrology is nothing but pseudoscientific hokum.
Blah,
Yeah, they
blah,
are.
blah, typical Taurus.
All you gotta call.
Seriously, we going to see Saturday?
That's what they are.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't celebrate my birthday.
Shut up. Yeah, you do.
Well, it's no big deal. It's just the way I was raised. My parents focused on celebrating achievements, and being expelled from a birth canal was not considered one of them.
So silly.
It's actually based on very sound theories. His mother published a paper on it.
Well, what was it called? I hate my son, and that's why he can't have cake?
It was obviously effective. Leonard grew up to be an
I
experimental.
know. I just sort of called them during the game. Sort of called them pompous cups. Because they are. That's exactly what they are. They're pompous cups.
Well, I love birthdays. Waking
That's
up
what
to
they're
mom's
called.
special
Pompous
French
cups.
toast breakfast, wearing the birthday king crown, playing laser tag with all my friends.
Yeah, see, that's what kids should have.
Actually, that was last year.
So you really never had a birthday party?
No, but it was okay. I mean, when I was little, I'd think maybe my parents would change their mind and surprise me with a party. Like this one birthday, I came home from my cello lesson, and I saw a lot of strange cars parked out front. When I got to the door, I could hear people whispering, and I could smell German chocolate cake, which is my favorite.
And?
It turns out my grandfather had died.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Well, it was kind of like a birthday party. I got to see all my cousins, and there was cake. So.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
You gotta play that mental warfare with them.
Tell her
They're
about your
dirty.
senior prom.
Dirty the beats. That's what they are, though. It's called pompous cups. Yeah. Be that easy.
Expansion started way earlier. Began to cool the autotrophs, began to drool the Neanderthals, developed tools, we built a wall, we built the pyramids, math, science, history, unraveling the mystery, and it all started with a big bang.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways.
Love can get a little messy. Good thing there's Resolve. Love the love, resolve the mess.
At Domino's, there's an endless debate. Does adding pepperoni to something always make it better? Yeah. Debate over. Introducing Domino's.
Well, I'll check out the highlights on my news channel. I know, but that's what should be done. Just call them what they are. I'm talking about the players that are playing in the game,
To the co-pilot,
not the crowd.
person or pet who chooses never to leave our
Just start
side
calling
as
them what they
long
are.
as we're on the open road.
They're trash talking. They're be like John Randall.
Help us pass the time.
They're pompous cups.
They make it worth spending. So for every cruising compadre, early morning DJ, or nighttime navigator, this is for you. Good catch, co-pilot. Wherever you're headed, Marathon is there because we're driven together.
We are footprints on the moon.
Yeah, 6 pounds granted. My picture shifts. Performing their greatest hits. Get ready to rock. Playing in your town. It's the biggest show ever.
Play something we can dance to.
The Big Bang Theory.
It won't matter. That is what they are.
To make sure they remember no peanuts.
Call them what they are.
Every Thai restaurant in
Pompous
town knows
cups.
you can't eat peanuts. When they see me coming, they go, no peanut boy.
Hello, Penny. Leonard just left.
I know. I want to.
Whoever gets the first sack,
We talk about.
immediately call
We have no overlapping
pompous
areas of
little
interest
cup.
I'm aware of. As you
Pompous
know, I don't
cup.
care for chit-chat.
They're fucking
Can you
dumb.
just let me in?
Well, all right, but I don't see this as
That's the kind of gameplay you gotta play.
Okay, here's the
They're
deal.
dirty
We are going
duties.
to throw Leonard a kick-ass surprise party for his birthday on Saturday.
I hardly think
They're
so.
calling them what they
He made
are.
it very
Pompous
clear he doesn't
cups.
want a party. Then someone say party.
He just doesn't know he wants
Just
to
like in Beavis and Butthead too, man. That is what they are, though. Especially in hockey, even in football. Just call them what they are. Pompous cups.
Howard, here's the difference. The possibility exists that Leonard could have a birthday party before hell freezes over.
Fine. If I do have a threesome, you can't be.
I don't care if you win or lose, Stanfeld. Do what you're told.
I'm just kidding. Yes, you can.
Call them what they are on the field.
Can you bring a
Pompous cups.
I think a birthday party is a terrible idea. I envy Leonard for growing up without that anguish.
Anguish?
Year after year, I had to endure wearing conical hats while being forced into the crowded, sweaty hell of bouncy castles. Not to mention being blindfolded and spun toward a grotesque tailless donkey as the other children mocked my disorientation.
Okay, sweetie, I understand you have scars that no non-professional can heal, but nevertheless, we're going to throw Leonard a birthday party.
Have I pointed out that I am extremely uncomfortable with dancing, loud music, and most other forms of alcohol-induced frivolity?
Nevertheless,
In addition, I really don't think that
okay,
Leonard
here's the
wants
deal. You either help me throw Leonard a birthday party, or so help me God, I will go into your bedroom and unbag all of your most valuable mid-condition comic books. And on one of them, you won't know which, I'll draw a tiny happy face in ink.
You can't do that. If you make a mark and a mint comic book is no longer mint.
Sheldon, do you understand the concept of blackmail?
Well, of course I... Oh.
I don't know. Who's the head? Is Huey? Does Huey still coach there? Well, how could you forget football club? Jump over hard that roll. You're like Ginger that roll and Lincoln. Does he still coach there or not? I'm not sure. It's just, apparently they played tonight. That's what they should be called. That's what they are. Papa's Cucks.
What difference does it make? The whole point of a secret knock is to establish a nonverbal signal to verify the identity of one's co-conspirators.
Is that Raj and Howard?
Possibly, but unverified. You just let us in. Luckily for you, this is not a nuclear reactor.
So, what'd you get the birthday boy?
Well, Raj got him an awesome limited edition Dark Knight sculpture based on Alex Ross's definitive Batman, and I got him this amazing autographed copy of the Feynman lectures on physics.
I don't know. Then their coaches say, come on, ref. They won't stop calling them Papa's Cucks.
Like that.
Well, that's what they are.
Chili.
Sheldon, I didn't see your present.
That's because I didn't bring one.
Shut your mouth,
Dumbass,
East Coast.
the entire
Shut your fucking mouth.
institution of
You
gift giving
bitch.
makes no sense. Too late. Let's say that
You're
I
a
go
pompous
out and I
cunt
spend
yourself.
$50 on
Don't
you.
argue with
It's
the
a
rep.
laborious activity because I have to imagine what you need, whereas you know what you need. Now, I could simplify things, just give you the $50 directly, and then you could give me $50 on my birthday, and so on until one of us dies, leaving the other one old and $50 richer. And I ask you, is it worth it? Told you not to ask.
Well, Sheldon, you're his friend. Friends give each other presents.
I accept your premise. I reject your conclusion.
Try telling him it's a non-optional social convention.
What?
Do it.
It's a non-optional social convention.
Huh, fair enough.
He came with a manual.
Question, how am I going to get Leonard a present before the party? I don't drive, and the only things available within walking distance are a Thai restaurant and a gas station. Suppose I could wrap up an order of meat crab and a couple of lottery scratchers.
Okay, let's do this. I will drive Sheldon to get a present, and Howard, you need to get rid of Leonard for about 2 hours.
No problem.
And then Raj, you bring the stuff across the hall and start setting up.
You mean to tell me there's at least one player from the West End on the Denfeld varsity football team?
What if they're women?
Stare at them and make them feel uncomfortable.
Call them what they are, pompous cocks.
Hey!
Hey. How's it going?
Fine.
So, listen, the new art is showing the revised definitive cut of Blade Runner.
Seen it.
No, you've seen the 25th anniversary final cut. This one has 8 seconds of previously unseen footage. They say it completely changes the tone of the film.
Oh, pass.
Come on, afterwards there's a Q&A with Harrison Ford's body double. Look, I am in the Halo battle of my life here. There's this kid in Copenhagen. He has no immune system, so all he does is sit in his bubble and play Halo 24/7. Can't we plan some other time?
And I know you're a pompous cunt. Oh, you are. We all know you're pompous cunts.
Oh my God, do you smell gas?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you know, they have DVDs over there.
Yeah, so they have DVD burners over here. Leonard needs a DVD burner.
Hospital.
Funny story is that I actually worked on that floor. I was a cardiac nurse at St. Luke's working with cardiologists.
A nurse?
Starting on Tuesday, anyone who walks through the entrance at St. Mary's Medical Center Emergency Department will be screened for weapons. This comes in the wake of recent safety breaches at healthcare facilities across the country. Visitors will be asked to place their personal items on a shelf for inspection and stand on a special mat for screening. Hospital officials say items like guns, knives, or pepper spray must be left in a locked car or it will be disposed of during the screening. Essential leaders say they hope this will keep their patients and staff
Do it for the
safe.
parade machines,
It's a
man.
relatively quick process.
Call them what
Believe
they
the
are.
procedures that we
Pompous
have in
cunts.
place will make it relatively easy and fairly quick for our patients and visitors coming into the ED.
There will be a secondary screening process for those who are unable to perform the security screening. For example, patients who are in need of immediate care. That is going to be done with a handheld wand. At 10, I will walk you through the security process and show you just what visitors can expect.
All right, Kara, thank you. Now, this new screening process again will begin next Tuesday. Superior Police continue to investigate tonight after residents had a shelter in place after shots were fired early this morning. This was a scene around 4:30. According to police, they responded to the 58th Street and Baxter Avenue near the Nemaji Golf Course. At least one house was hit by gunfire.
This is PT again.
Cleared the scene and the shelter-in-place order has now been lifted.
That is what they are. It is what it is. It's all what they are.
Investigators say there are no
Pompous
reports of injuries. Now, anyone with information about the incident...
I will only watch the highlights of this game. Just call them what they are.
Well, Wisconsin
Pompous
Democrats have introduced a bill to legalize
Do it for the cream. Do it for the West End green
legalize
machines.
adult use cannabis, but a few other
Pompous
details
cocks.
were available. Senate Democratic leader Melissa Agard says that this move would bring Wisconsin in line with its neighbors like Minnesota, Michigan, and Illinois, which have all already legalized recreational marijuana. Agard also pointed to the tax money it would bring in. It's still unclear how this bill will fare in Wisconsin's Republican-controlled legislature. State GOP leaders have signaled their support for medical marijuana, but it has yet to pass. And Minnesota has been taking steps toward going green since recreational marijuana became legal earlier this summer. Well, this week, Governor Tim Walz named the first leader of the Office of Cannabis Management, Aaron Dupree.
We know that within the first year of legalization, Minnesota is going to do about $1 billion in revenue in this industry. But let's also look at the fact that this is a giant startup, and I have done no less than a dozen of those. My experience does translate.
Dupree is currently the vice president of Apple Valley-based Lunacy Cannabis Company, which markets hemp and cannabis-derived products. The Minnesota native will take over the new state agency on October 2nd. Well, election might still be a few weeks off, but Minnesotans can vote in person starting today. Precincts around the state opened their doors to early voters this morning. I talked with the Secretary of State today to hear about the importance of this process.
Choice is key, and Minnesota voters have made very clear in the last few years that they like and appreciate that choice.
To Secretary of State Steve Simon, providing voters with ample opportunities to make their voices heard is important.
Election Day is no longer just the day that we vote. Election Day really is the last day that we vote. The first day is today, the beginning of the absentee or early voting period.
Absentee voting can mean either voting by mail or voting early in person, and it's become an increasingly popular way of voting in recent years. Simon says roughly 1 in 4 Minnesotans cast their ballot via absentee voting.
But it's hovering around a quarter and slowly and steadily increasing. If I had to guess, in the coming years, it'll settle in at around a third.
For voters, having that extra option can make a difference between casting your ballot and not being able to vote at all.
I'm going to be traveling, so I wanted to be sure and get it done. I'm active in the League of Women Voters, and I really promote how important it is for people to vote.
And an option that's often more accessible as well.
Some people, for example, who may be handicapped or they may need help with languages may find it easier to come and do it when it's not so crowded.
Early in-person voting will be a resource from now through Election Day. Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
Quinn, thank you. In Duluth, voters cast their ballots in person this morning. If you want to vote in person, you can stop by City Hall during regular business hours Monday through Friday. If you plan on using an absentee ballot, you must return it as soon as possible. Ballots can be returned to the city clerk's office by 8 p.m. on Election Day. General election voting will take place on Tuesday, November 7th. Still to come tomorrow, walkers will meet at Leif Erikson Park advocating for heart health. We meet tomorrow's sponsored survivor and hear her inspirational story. Plus, the deck welcomes a wave of animals for a fun pet event this weekend.
Local sports with Alexis Bass, only on Northern News Now.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for adventure, on or off road.
What channel is it? I don't know. Radio channel it seems, man. I have no idea. I watch the highlights on my news channel.
Explorer, Ford Bronco Sport, and Ford Edge. All designed with technology to give you confidence on the road. Hurry in to your local Ford dealer. SUV season will end soon. Now, get 2.9% financing for 66 months, plus 1,500 flex buy cash.
You don't do it for the West End Green Machines. Do it for Mickey McDonald's.
Coming up next at Black Bear Casino Resort, the place for entertainment. Friday, October 20th, catch Old Crow Medicine
Call
Show.
them what they are. They're
Original
pop as
Wagon
fuck.
Wheelers, live in the Otter Creek Event Center.
He was a star running back for the Eskimos.
Don't miss Old
Part of
Crow
a three-man
Medicine
rotation
Show,
for the Bears.
October 20th at Black Bear Casino Resort.
He was in the NFL.
For concert information and tickets, visit the Players
All
Club
pop
or
is pups.
BlackBearCasinoResort.com. This is Black Bear Country.
Storm damage happens, and when it does, turn to Peak Construction Roofing, the Northland storm damage experts. Peak simplifies the process for you every step of the way. With our skilled technicians, we quickly survey the situation to determine the best course of action.
I don't know, it's either my grandpa's uncle or my grandpa's cousin.
Insurance confusion. Plus, we offer free storm damage inspections. Call Peak today to
I am related to Mitch McDonald. I know.
And let us take
I
care
know.
of you.
I did play tailback for the West End Green
For the day in the
Machine.
lab
I
at
know.
US Steel, I'm usually looking forward to a weekend of fishing, either with my
Call
family
East
or
what
with
they are.
military
Office
veterans.
Cups.
Every year, the Fishing with Vets program takes hundreds of veterans fishing, completely free of charge. US Steel encourages us to volunteer in our communities and donates to organizations in those communities as well. I'm proud to work for US Steel, a company that cares about community service. Our veterans deserve it.
Briggs LaSavage, weeknights at 5 on Northern News Now.
Festivities for the annual Northland Heart Walk kick off at Duluth's Leif Erikson Park tomorrow morning. Raising money and awareness for heart health, the gathering is an opportunity for caregivers to share their stories. Northern News Now's Rob Cole explains how a local mom is hoping to inspire people to speak up about their health.
For Gretel Johnson, the past few years have definitely not been a walk in the park. In 2019, the seemingly healthy mom of two started feeling off.
I wasn't able to keep up with the activities that I usually really love to do, like mountain biking, hiking.
Then things got worse.
And then I started noticing some extra heartbeats, some chest pressure.
Doctors started monitoring her heart and came to a startling discovery.
And they called me and said, you need to get to the hospital right away. You actually have a third-degree heart block and you need a pacemaker immediately. What that means is the top of my heart and the bottom of my heart weren't communicating with each other to pump correctly.
Thankfully, with the help of her pacemaker, she's feeling much better. Now she's raising awareness for heart health. She'll share her story as the sponsor.
No, I actually have athletic ability. I know. It's obviously I'm related to him. I know.
Brings together people to walk along the lake walk, raising money for the American Heart Association. Johnson says it's important to speak up.
Coordination and everything. I know.
Be an advocate for yourself. You know your body best.
You know, when it's game for West End Green Machines, because nobody from Piedmont ever played football, and they all sucked at football.
Like it may be nothing,
they're a little hockey community.
We have
Man, they suck at football, of course they do.
She says it even took her a while
well,
to
fucking
get proper
pansies. Everyone
diagnosis,
fucking knows
despite
that.
her occupation working in a hospital.
Funny story.
When this
I
game
actually
for the
worked
West End
on
Green
that
Machine.
floor. I was a cardiac nurse at St. Luke's.
The
working
Mickey
with
McDonald.
cardiologists.
A nurse turned patient, now advocate.
And call what they are.
Happen to me, can happen to anybody.
Raising awareness to save lives, one heartbeat at a time. In Duluth, Rob Coles, Northern News Now.
Rob, thank you. Officials say there is no charge for participating in the walk. Donations are always welcomed. Again, festivities get going at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Our very own Briggs LaSavage and Dan Wolf will be emceeing the event. Still to come, find out what type of animals will make their way to the deck this weekend.
And a very interesting day as far as high temperatures go. Some folks saw 60s, some folks saw 80s. We had 64 at Herman, 67 in Silver Bay, but 75 in Embarrass, 80 in Cook, 81 up in Ely, and then 69 in Little Fork and 67 in Big Falls. So we had more cloud cover.
I know, he was
more cloud cover around the lake, and obviously that lake.
He was the tailback for the Eskimo, he was a weatherhead.
But 76 for
and he
Iron
played
River,
for the Chicago Bears. After that,
even in
his
Ironwood,
stats have been skewed. I know they have.
67 for Ashland. Now look at your full forecast. Talk about what we can expect for temps and.
Because that's what they are. They're pompous cups.
Hello from DBS Repair, your local experts in all things basement-y. Tired of water making its way into your basement after heavy rains and snow melt? A leaky basement.
I know my last name too, dog.
Damage
I
to your
was wrong spell my last name too,
mold,
dog.
mildew, and musty smells.
The fuck
Since
out of here.
2012, the team of experts at DBS have restored comfort and value to thousands of homes and cabins across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Keep your basement dry for good.
I don't know. I saw a short little thing. I don't know. It seems like they got some good players.
Presents the hysterical musical comedy Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein, September 15th through October 1st at the North
Denfeld, Eidenfeld, just win this game. Look for the West End Green Machines and for the Mickey McDonald.
Welcome to Menardi
All
Lumber,
East
where our
what they
beavers
are.
are nailing it when it comes to
Office
providing high-quality building materials. It starts in our lumber yard with our out-of-the-woods selection of lumber and continues in our showroom with siding, decking, windows, and more. Your project, is never a pain in the glass when you use our premium Pella windows. From A to beams and everything in between, we're your family-owned and operated material supplier. Don't get stumped. Come see us at Menardi Lumber and Millwork.
Make a statement or keep it classic with thousands of tile choices.
Why not do the flea
Sure,
flicker?
find the
Why not?
backsplash of your dreams at Bradley Interiors.
Not a hard play to do.
Local sports with Alexis Bass, only on Northern News Now.
At Camping World, we make seeing America fun and affordable. Take home this new Coleman Lantern or Rubicon for as little as $5 a day. Or this new travel trailer for less than $10 a day. $15 gets you a new fifth wheel. And for only $20 a day, you can drive off in a brand new motorhome. We make RVing fun, simple, and affordable. See America for less at Camping World.
Artists like you make our show special.
I would love you to be on my team.
That was the worst accent I ever heard.
I don't care if the play's in this obvious port city or not. Do the flea flicker. That good of a play. I don't.
I'm actually the behavioral science guy. Are you familiar with predictable irrationality? Paradoxical
Do it 2-3 times if you got it. It'll work.
Irrational about that.
The Irrational. Monday on
They call East what they are. Talk is talk.
First Alert Weather is brought to you by Black Bear Casino Resort.
We do have some scattered rain showers here in our area. Most of the heavier rain is just starting to move into far southern Minnesota right now, and that's going to be the route of rain that's going to move into our region after midnight tonight. So we will see some scattered light rain showers here and there. That's just kind of the beginning of this system. All week long, the models have struggled with this system on whether or not we're going to be seeing rain, really whether or not that area of high pressure to our north will have enough dry air and enough influence to keep that rain at bay. But there's so much moisture moving its way in from the Gulf of Mexico that it looks like the rain will win out on this battle. It is just some run-of-the-mill rain showers for us right now, even seeing those thunderstorms off to our north diminish into just some
Doesn't matter if they know. Call them what they are. Doesn't matter if call them that at every sport.
Regular old rain moving
every time you play, just call what they are.
Tomorrow morning
Stop is stop.
in areas of Wisconsin. And then as we head towards the mid parts of the day, things kind of dry up.
What they are anyway.
Your next round of moderate to heavy rain move back in Saturday night into Sunday. And then this low is just going to sit and kind of pinwheel off to our west all the way through the day on Sunday. If this model is correct and that low pressure sits right about there, we're going to be seeing a little dry slot of air move in midday on Sunday. So that could mean even some partial clearing in east central Minnesota. Still very breezy winds, still cooler temperatures, but maybe some drier conditions on Sunday, But I can't guarantee that because the models have been doing such a horrible job